Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vera and I'm a beauty photographer and retoucher based in the UK. New video is long overdue, so let's make it a good one. Today I will share with you 5 tips on how to get better at beauty photography. First and foremost, you need a good team. So as I mentioned in my previous video that you can find here, you need to have a nice and aesthetically pleasing model that has a good skin and experienced makeup artist that knows how to create a makeup for beauty. So however shallow that sounds, you do need to have skilled people working with you. The team is everything. A good team creates good images, bad team creates bad images. Even though you do everything that I will mention later in this video, you can still end up with mediocre images if you don't have a nice model and a skilled makeup artist. When you're choosing a model, my preference is to have natural bushy brows, clean skin, full lips and symmetrical face. I also look for hair and other specific features that are interesting for me personally, so you choose your models that you think will look the best. When you're choosing a makeup artist, I'm always looking for portfolios and if they know how to create a skin focused look, meaning don't put too much foundation on and make it look nice, fresh and glowy, because that's very healthy and looks very good. Also, I'm looking for somebody who is creative, who has experience, and I can see they already work with other photographers or film productions or anything like that. So good team is everything. Unless you are a makeup artist that knows how to do makeup for camera, has beautiful skin, looks amazing, knows how to take self-portraits and knows how to retouch beauty, you'll need a good team. Step number 2 are backdrops. Good thing about beauty photography is that you don't need a big backdrops. These are a one size and I got them from Pollingers. I'll link their website in the description box below. They have so many to choose from and you can get 10 for less than £40, which sounds like a good deal to me. Complementary backdrop colors are very important for beauty photography. They can elevate the makeup look or make sure the skin tone pops up very much and make it all look very nice and aesthetically pleasing. Whenever I shoot clean beauty, I try to go with a white, light blue or skin tone color to match the model and make it all look nice and monochromatic. Whenever I shoot more creative looks, I go with colors that match or complement makeup. Then you have lots of backdrops to choose from. It gives you more options to choose from, mix and match and see what works the best. You can switch them up very easily during the photo shoot as well, see what color, what shade works better for a model's complexion or for the particular makeup look, and that way create a better, more pleasing beauty photography. I've got about 30 of them, so I can switch them up anytime I want. It's good to have a basic understanding on how the color wheel works, which colors complement each other, which colors works the best, so you can make educated decision and create some nice and better beauty photography with some backdrops. Tip number 3, modifiers. Choosing the correct light for your beauty is again very important. I feel like everything is important what I'm saying today. Choosing the right modifier to get and capture the look, it's very important. It's also creative decision of each photographer what modifiers they use. Simply put, and for very basic understanding how it works, the smaller the modifier, the harder the light. So this is a magnum reflector, this is a beauty dish, and here's some octabox, or I have a parabolic umbrella but it's too big to fit on front of the camera. So smaller the light, the harder the light is going to be. Smaller the modifier, the harder the light. Bigger the modifier, the softer the light. Beauty dish is probably one of my favorite modifiers, along with the big octabox or parabolic umbrella. I like to get my photography to be very glowy and with the nice big highlights and crispy shadows. That's when I use beauty dish. When I want to like more softer shadows, I go with the bigger modifier, and that is parabolic umbrella or this big octabox. I have a bigger one as well. I'm also changing my light during the shoot as I go. So if we do first skin focus look, I go with the bigger modifier and softer light. As we progress and we build up the look and we do some drama, red lips or winged eyeliner or whatever, I go with more dramatic light as well. Most of the time I'm happy just with the one light and one reflector. Sometimes 2 or 3 lights are needs to create the more interesting looks, so it's up to you, but it's definitely not a big science. Moving on to tip number 4, and that is grey card. So whenever I start shooting, the first picture is always with the model holding the grey card or the check card next to her face, so I can have a reference of the colors, how they should look like, and I also can choose my white balance. You have a lot of them on the internet, you can buy them for yourself. Even though you don't shoot tethered, it's good to have a reference picture of the colors, and so you know that you have a proper white balance, because that's again very, very important for good beauty photography. I use the grey card all the time whenever I switch the light for different modifier, whenever we do different look, whenever I change the backdrop color. I always take a picture with the grey card just so I can set the correct white balance and I have some reference for the colors. Okay, last but not least, it's tethering. Whenever I shoot beauty, I always tether. I use my Capture One Pro software in my computer, and I also have a Capture Pilot in my tablet that I always is like a viewing station for a makeup artist, so she can always keep an eye on the makeup and check if everything is okay. If you don't use the Capture One, you can still use a Lightroom as well. If you, for example, have Adobe Creative Cloud subscription, for Lightroom you need to go up to File, Tethered Capture and Start Tethered Capture. Then all you need to do is just to connect the cable to your camera and you're good to go. I prefer Capture One because with the Capture Pilot I can set up a lot of tethering stations and viewing stations, so I can have one tablet here, one tablet there, or another screen. It's good for clients. Whenever I'm shooting a campaign or something, it's good for them to see the pictures straight away, so we can make some adjustments accordingly. For example, change the light slightly or tilt the product or whatever. And whenever I shoot beauty, as I mentioned, it's great for a makeup artist because she can keep an eye on the makeup, make some small changes, make sure the hair, there are no flyaway hairs on the face, my eyelashes are brushed, the brows are brushed, and everything is as it should be. So all these 5 steps that I told you today are basically to help you create the best beauty photography, make sure everything is right in the camera, make sure everything is right how you like it, so you can create some amazing images straight from a camera, and then just enhance it slightly with the retouching. Beauty is not about creating something and then making 3-hour, 4-hour long adjustments in Photoshop to make sure it's perfect. Rather make sure it's perfect straight on the set, make sure it's right in the camera, and then just do like 1-hour light retouch. It's always better, more natural, and you will end up with better beauty photography. So just to recap, we have a tip number 1, choosing a good theme. Tip number 2, choosing a correct and complementary backdrop. Tip number 3, using suitable light and a correct modifier. Tip number 4, using a grey card for correct white balance. Tip number 5, tethering to make sure everything is perfect. That's it guys, thank you very much for watching, I hope you find it helpful. If you did, hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos, and hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss any future uploads. Be sure to check out my other videos where you'll find some retouching tutorials and more photography tips. Hope to see you here next time. Bye!